So behind me is a very dirty 2020 Highlander. Today, I'm running the Toyota Highlander. I don't know what generation of Toyota this is. I remember looking at the catalogs back in like 2008. Wait, probably 2004. Nope, 2001. I don't remember. I used to look at them. Yeah, I was a big fan of Toyota, and then I lost affection as I moved on to other brands, and now I like whatever car I'm driving. Nice thing about this being dirty is I can take it back to the rental car place at the end of the day, and I don't have to pay for a car wash. Which reminds me, I should talk about rental car companies. Rented this from Hertz, and as we all know, Hertz has been hurting. So, Hertz declared bankruptcy, and a couple days later I was like, okay, I'm gonna rent a car for a week and see what happens. And nothing really happened. The experience didn't really change. A couple of things I noted is the whole rental car center was pretty much empty, which, I mean, I saw that at the beginning of the pandemic when I was in Seattle. It was the first time I had seen that, but this is local for me, BWI, where I pick up my car rentals when I feel like it. Anyway, I walk in, there's like one person at the Hertz counter, and they were getting their car. So then I'm like, okay, what happens? So I walk out, and you know those boards that have all the names of the different people? There were 4 names on the board. I didn't find the car selection that detailed. When I go to rent for the fun of it, I look at stuff I haven't driven before. So options were, I had a Buick, Anyway, this had 5,000 miles on it. I can pick whatever, so I just picked it. The point being, I've driven this for a week, and I think it's great. There's a couple things I don't like about it, and there's a couple things I love about it. This is kind of probably a family car. It's just me and my wife, so we thought it was fun for a week, but do we need it now? No, we don't have kids. And if I was going for something, like personally, I'd go for a wagon. If my wife was going for something, she'd probably be going for like something a little bit cooler. She didn't hate this, so there's that. All right, but let's just take a quick look around the car, and hopefully you can enjoy this or not. I don't care. So the only thing I really hate about the design of this car, I don't really like the pollen, but it's spraying, late spraying. This here, I was walking back to the car the other day. I don't know if it was Target, wherever, I don't know where I was, but this section right here looks like the hood is popped. I don't know, I just kind of went up to the car and I was like, oh yeah, no, that's right. That gap is a little bit too much for me. If I was a designer, I would have brought the headlight up a little bit or something. That's minor details. I love this. I don't know what this is. Fender flare, whatever. It's nice. I'm terrible at reviewing stuff. I really do like the taillights. They look great at night. They look great during the day. One thing I will say about taillights is I have a thing about taillights where I rate them 1 to 10. And this is probably a solid 8, 8.5. You know, this has the typical technology, the cool door that goes up and down, back seats that flip. You can haul all the junk you want with it. One thing I did notice is the inner seat section is great for Chipotle. For 2. I don't know about for like more people, but 2 works great. Right here, it just fits perfectly in the middle. I've opened up the other side so that there's a little bit more light, because when it gets dark, then you can't see my face. Not that you need to see my face, but I'm trying to help you out. I love this. If you're a family, can't do it. If you're a family, you don't have to carry around those stupid things that stick to the window. You don't have to stick PJs through the window so it goes flap flap. It's all built in. This is the XLE. I don't know if it comes on other models, but I think this is the base XLE. I think there's like more cooler versions, but that's what this is. The base one. The seats now. Let me show you the seats. So I've got a couple different things here. There's this thing. In addition to that part, slides the seat forward so you can access the third row. I guess they all have third rows. Somebody's hurting. There's also the top handle, which does the exact same thing if you're stuck in the back. Yeah. There's a couple more buttons along the bottom here. Slides without tilting thingies. And what does this one do? This one just drops the top. Should. I'm having a hard time with that one. The thingy goes flippy dippy. I don't know, whatever. So, the front passenger is slightly reclined here, but I still have plenty of leg room. I really like the back side of these. A lot of new cars, the back side of these are turning into like taxi cabs. But this has that nice leather, probably not leather, but it could be. If it is, rest in peace, cows. It actually feels like a map pocket, or a coloring book pocket, or a puzzle pocket, or a magazine rack. It feels nice. It's not stupid plastic. Stupid plastic might be nice though if you have kids. I don't know. Okay, this thing here, the rear seat controls. Super nice. You got off, the direction of where it's supposed to go. You got the auto temperature controls. Very cool. Very cool. And of course, USB. USB 2.1. Super boring, but you know, there's adapters if you got the C. So if you're a kid, this is gonna be your view for the rest of your life. Ha, kidding. You'll get there. Someday you'll be driving too. So the process for setting these up is just stick them up and flip them up. Yo. Stick them up. But the heads don't like pop up, so you just kind of have that, just like that. And if you're a third or fourth kid, this is your view. Stop! Got this like micro window here with antennae. Stop! I said stop! Mom! And I'd just like to point out how amazing easy this is. Boof! Boof. Bye-bye. And if you're a parent and we're wondering if it has top tether, what's top tether? It has top tether. It's not the most gracious exit, but it's actually very easy, so I'm not complaining. Not at all. So if you're like wondering how much stuff fits in the back here, you know, I could probably get like 3 big suitcases, or a big suitcase and 3 carry-on size, or whatever. You got a lot more space if you flip down the back, bro, but like if you are a family of 6, you're going on a road trip, you know, at that point you're just gonna need to bite the bullet and get a roof box. Unless of course you're minimalist. Oh, check out this mosquito thing. It's a little dark corner. There is a small hideaway. And apparently they put the manual in there. Like when I was growing up, the manual and stuff was all like in the glove box. Now on the note of where the manual is, that just might be a rental car company thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna rent another Highlander to compare. Just because I'm not gonna, One extra car is a little bit too much right now. Oh, and you thought that was over. Well, check this out. Excuse me, where's that spare tire? Honey, this is 2020. What does that have to do with anything? Spare tires under the car. So if you're thinking, oh, this is gonna be a snap to change the tire, nah, you're gonna have to take all your stuff out. You're gonna have to get under the car. If you like doing that, well, this is your car. And if you're wondering what's here, the jack. The jack is back there. It's kind of nice because everything's organized, and you could probably put a few more little things under here. I'm not gonna say put your laptop case under here because everyone watches YouTube. This, well, this is on the other side of that, but this, it's not worth opening. It's a bunch of electronic stuff. Don't pull that. Well, turns out you gotta just sink it in, and then it flips automatically. But if you don't, if you only give it half your energy and half your fortitude or whatever, just like do a half pull, you're gonna be stuck. But look at all that space. Now Daddy's ready to go to Home Depot. Home Depot, anyone? Pull this here, boom, pop that like, and bam. See, it didn't slide forward. Cool. Now Dad can go to Home Depot. Also, if you're just a couple and you like don't need any of those seats, you could probably camp out of this thing. It's a decent amount of space. So I'm not telling you that you should, but you could. Oh, hello, I'm a front seat passenger. Let me tell you what's going on up here. First of all, like, who reclined this? Probably me. Oh, my favorite thing. Also, would you look at that pollen? What do we got up here? A sticker. Vehicle data transmission is on. So if you're being bad, the cops can probably get you. I don't know. There's an SOS button, so if you're feeling like you need help, this car's got you covered. So you think this thing below the data transmission sticker is a sunglasses holder, and you know what? It is. But when I saw this, I was like absolutely sure that this is a family vehicle. Why do you want to look at your Home Depot stuff with a micro mirror? So you know what blows my mind? Here's another owner's manual. 2 for the price of 1. That's not all. A dude from New York left his IRS letter in here. He also left his Discover card statement in here, and another lady left her Wells Fargo offer in here. So, if you rented a car that looks like this, I've probably stuck these back in the mail. I don't know if they're gonna get back to you. Alright, hopefully that gets back to you. So yeah, shift knob thingy and USB. Like every other car out there, except this is for if you do Apple CarPlay, and these two are if you just want to charge. So if you don't want your Apple CarPlay to just take over everything, probably you need to use these guys. There's a nice cubby here for your phone, although when I've been driving this, I find that I stick stuff in here. It's a nice deep thing. I throw my sunglasses in here. Because I don't put it up there with the family thing. I just stick everything in here. That way my wallet's in here. Then there's that cubby-dubby thing up here, which is great because if you've ever worried about sticking something on the dash, then getting destroyed with it, when you get in a car accident because it flies in your face, this is for you. So don't ever stick anything on the top shelf, like my sunglasses. You like these ones? These are different ones than the ones up here, because sometimes I have 2 in my car. But this doesn't flip up, it slides. You've seen it in other reviews, probably, if you've seen other reviews. This is a key charger, or whatever, and you have to press the button. And then when the button lights up, you can put your phone on here and it charges. Bam! This flips up. Oh, what's in here? another shelf, and then another deep hole. Ugh. Okay, it's not that deep, but it is pretty deep. You could probably put some juice in there, some Capri Sun, you know, some Pringles. When you test drive one of these, stick your hand down in the hole. If you touch the transmission, there's something wrong with the car and you shouldn't buy it. Buttons. I love buttons. So many buttons. But I'm gonna let the driver talk to you about the buttons, because I don't know. First off, the seat buttons. Okay, so the seat buttons are pretty cool. The only thing the passenger one doesn't have that this one has is lumbar. Are you tired of this mask yet? Put it down for now, because there's nobody within maybe 100, 200 yards of me right now in this empty parking lot. I don't know why I keep going back to the accents, but I hope you really like those, because it takes a lot of energy. Not. Anyway, welcome to the driver's seat of the car. First off, we're gonna start it. So to start it, we put our foot on the pedal. Can you hit the pedal? No, not that one, the other one. Oh, how about that? And then we press the button. Yeah, just press it. Look at that spinny graphic-y thingy. We got a couple different drive modes. For some reason, it's always going into park, and I think it's because I put the auto hold. Auto hold is the best thing since sliced, I don't know, potato chips. I always hate when the engine turns off whenever, so usually when I get into a car with the option of auto off engine, I hit that off. Because life is short and we don't have time for engines to turn off. Any car is a better car when it has this grab handle. Any car loses points if it doesn't have this grab handle. I understand if it's like a convertible, but any other car, I don't know. I just like pulling myself up with them things like that. What's up here? This is up here. I think there's a more limited edition or something like a platinum thingy. I don't know if this ends up being cooling seats, but I think that would be cool. I'm content with just heated seats. As long as the car has air conditioning, I'm okay. I think all the buttons are self-explanatory. Oh, you want to drive fast? Let's go to sport. Oh, you want to drive slow? Let's go to eco. Ooh. Oh, you want to be normal? Yeah. And if you have the budget to lift this car, Dad, with your Home Depot load, there's some cool buttons here for mud and sand. For normal lives, that's if you want to be normal. And then if you're feeling rock and dirt, you know, you just hit that. This, unfortunately, does not cause snow, but if you press it, it just says snow on the dash. This is hill descent control. So, again, if you want to lift this vehicle, stick some skid plates on it, you could probably turn it into an off-roading vehicle. And that is if you wanted to do donuts in the snow. I didn't tell you that. And this is what the sticky stick things look like. You know, your fogs, your lights. This is what your cruise control looks like. So now, let's go for a drive. At this point, I would like to say this has been sponsored. Oh, I don't have a sponsor. Always wear your seatbelt. So I guess the only big thing I've noticed with driving this car over a week is one time I merged onto the highway. It was one of those no yield places, right? So I was revving it, and at some point it just spaced. There was a 3-second pause between gears in the transmission or something. I don't know, but I was like, ugh! And I was pushing out everything I could. Nothing happened. So I'm gonna merge onto the highway now. See if I can get that to happen. Probably won't. Not expecting it to, but could happen. Here we go. It held really well this time. Pickup is good. And It's comfortable. And that's one of the first things my wife said. This is really comfortable. So, yeah. If you got a family, this is your car. The Toyota. It's gonna last a long time. Get one.